In the heart of Persia, behind golden palace gates and marble halls, a quiet young woman carried a dangerous secret. Her name was Esther. She was no ordinary queen. Esther was a Jewish orphan, raised by her cousin Mordecai in a foreign land. Taken from her home during the king's search for a new queen, she rose, unexpectedly and silently, to the throne of the most powerful empire of her time. But Esther hid her identity. No one in the palace knew she was a Jew, not even King Xerxes, her royal husband. Her life of luxury came with an invisible burden, and a secret that could cost her everything. In the shadows of that very palace, danger brewed. Haman, the king's trusted advisor, was a man full of pride and hatred. When Mordecai refused to bow before him, Haman's fury turned into a plot, one that would wipe out every Jew in the empire. With smooth words and deadly intentions, he convinced the king to issue a decree. On a chosen day, all Jews would be destroyed. When Mordecai heard the news, he tore his clothes in grief and stood at the palace gate, weeping. Word reached Esther, who hadn't seen her cousin in weeks. She sent clothes to comfort him, but Mordecai refused. Instead, he sent her a message that shook her soul. "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone will escape. Who knows if you were made queen for such a time as this?" Esther's heart pounded. Going to the king without being summoned was a death sentence, but how could she stay silent while her people perished? For 3 days, Esther fasted and prayed. No feasts, no royal gowns, only silence and seeking. And then her decision was made. "If I perish, I perish," she whispered. With trembling hands and unshakable faith, she stepped into the king's court, uninvited. The room froze. Would he be angry? Would he order her death? But then, the golden scepter in his hand slowly lowered. She was safe, for now. Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet, and then another. At the second feast, the time had come. With grace and courage, she revealed everything: her true identity, the danger to her people, and Haman's evil plan. The king was stunned. Haman was horrified. In a dramatic turn, the man who plotted to destroy others was destroyed by his own trap. Because Esther dared to stand. Because she chose courage over comfort. Her people were saved. Mordecai was honored. And Esther, once a forgotten orphan, became a woman through whom God moved powerfully. Friend, maybe you feel small. Maybe you feel like your voice doesn't matter. But like Esther, God may be positioning you for something greater than you ever imagined. You may be standing between two kingdoms, fear and faith, comfort and calling. Don't be afraid to choose the one that leads to purpose, because even in silence, God is working. If this story inspired your heart, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful animated Bible stories that strengthen your faith and bring Scripture to life. You were born for such a time as this.